niggas like to rag. Hat is in the bag, country boy, but I'm still slag.
Oh man, I'm gonna miss that intro so much. Wow. Oh, I don't want to make this. Yeah. This is a post-com. This is not even week 9. This is not week 7. This is week 8. It's not even full coverage because I lost. I lost like mid-game. I lost a huge chunk of the mid-game because I got mad. Yeah. I don't want to make this, but y'all understand, right? Y'all understand. Like, I don't know, man. Like, the thing is, right? I joined YCL thinking, well, there were other leagues YouTube leagues I was considering, but this one, they were plugging this thing like crazy. So I was just like, all right, well, here we are. And, I had high hopes for this and everything. And then, we were doing well early on. We were put in a really good division, to make playoffs and everything. And, I was like, all right, this about to be, a real, fun time. And I think, so basically we have a new commissioner. So Manny suffered a loss in the family, rest in power, prayers up to Manny, my week 2 opponent, which feels like eons ago. Christ. I think during that time, around that time was when I was, not only job searching, but I actually got, accepted. And actually at the time of recording this, I, start orientation for that new job next, not this coming Wednesday, but the Wednesday after. So even if I were to go do, playoffs and things like that, my mind would be, still so focused on jobs, on just my new job and things like that. So it really didn't matter. Because with my new job, obviously there's gonna be a new job schedule as well. So I'm not gonna be working, 3 days a week. I'm gonna be working 5 days a week, and I don't even know what shift I'm gonna be because it's first come first serve, right? So unfortunately, some leagues had to be cut, and I really didn't want to cut this one. I've grown, I've learned so much from. Mostly I've learned a lot about myself as a player through this league, and every battle has been a learning experience, win or lose. And I think that's the biggest thing that I can take away from YCL is, learning how to, make content on a consistent basis. And, it just was unfortunate timing when, Manny decided, to step down and, Sen took over. I love both those guys to death. So, honestly, to be honest with you, if I think I would continue if I wasn't having a new job, moving forward within the next 2 weeks. If I wasn't starting a new job within the next 2 weeks, I'd be all right. I think I'd be all right. But, with that being said, life comes first. You feel me? I gotta get that out the way. So, yeah, we're unfortunately not staying in YCL. So I'm gonna use the rest of the time here to explain, the things that were good, not so great. Just to wrap up, season 1 as a whole. Particularly my perspective, I cannot speak on the rest of the YCL community, unfortunately. I am just one voice. I'm not even a moderator. I'm not even part of that committee, but you know what? It's whatever. You know what I mean? All the coaches are in the description as well. If you want to if you want to follow along and things like that. But basically, at first, it was a really great community to join. They sounded like fun people. Like being in call like during draft was really cool. Like I got to learn separate different types of players. Like the skill level within the league is so very diverse, and it allows me to adapt and adjust and try to learn okay, how am I going to play versus this person as opposed to the other person, things like that. And for the most part, what was crazy about this league was prior to this league I knew some people, right? So all the people that that I recruited into the YouTube Challenges League, it was weird because we have 2 divisions, with the exception of one interdivision matchup, which I got smoked. Thank God, I didn't save that footage. I have no footage of my battle against Sosa or Sidehan. I really don't. I think what was happening was I was clearing hard disk space. For what's it called? I was clearing hard disk space to upload UGL, and then it just got lost. It just got lost when I was trying to clear my disk space. So, and I had my week 9 today, right? I had my week 9 today, but I literally recorded turn 1, and then it started flickering 5-10 times, and then I just couldn't get signal anymore. So, I think this will be a good time to put the iCard. There you go. Here's the iCard for from Mumble's perspective, Sally Mumble's perspective. Go check them out. It was a very close battle. Do that. So yeah, what is it? Whoa, where was I going with this? So yeah, the bad thing was that for a 9-week season? Yeah, it was a 9-week season. For a 9-week season, I don't know what it is, but it just so happened that, I kept losing footage. The signal for my OBS just kept flickering on and off and things like that. And then, the only time that I could, recover from said flickering was literally this battle against King's Rock. It's funny story. There's a King Rock in UGL, ROCK, and then this guy that I'm battling right here is King Rock without the K, which is kind of funny, but we live to tell the tale. But literally that only battle was because I literally smashed my keyboard. I literally punched my keyboard because I knew that at that point I was dang, Gengar just died. That Scarf Zapdos Galar. So I smashed my keyboard, and then the freaking, of course my Switch, started to wiggle a little bit, and then that would lose OBS connection and things like that. And I was just wow, I don't know if I'm gonna record the rest of this. But then I somehow managed to get to this point, and I somehow recovered the thing. So yeah, that was that. Look, I'm gonna be honest. That wasn't the main issue. That was just that was just the luck of the draw, I guess. I mean, that was just the way it went, you could say. That wasn't the main issue. I think one of the things that, was another issue was, not everyone played on LAN. Okay, there's nothing worse this generation than for your timer to get, stalled on and stuff, right? It's one of the worst feelings in the world, I don't know. It sucks. It really sucks. Just the fact that not everybody could do it. I would just stand. I would just sit in my I'd have to go downstairs. Literally I have to be in the same room as my router to get it done. because I never got an extender. They've all been bootleg extenders. So like, I would get signal from the extender, but then my dad would be like, "Yo, why is the TV off?" I'm like, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yo, Pops, like, I'm trying to set up, this Wi-Fi extender. Well, I lost my TV, gosh darn it. Like, man, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to go through that hassle of, like, oh, I'm going to play a battle, but my dad can't watch his, whatever the heck he wants to watch, Like, he can't watch TV because of my freaking Pokemon battles or whatever. But anyways, connecting to LAN wasn't everybody's thing. But Sen's doing a really good job of like, making sure everybody's like getting their thing. I know my boy, Aldra, he switched his internet provider and actually got a game done on LAN at the very end, which is kind of dope. So that was a thing. What was another thing about the YCL? Oh yeah, this tier list was left, right, and center. So I noticed like the trend where like it was weird. Like I think the tier list being so wacky was like a blessing and a curse. For me, because it was so wacky, I was forced to use lower tier mons. Perfect example, Walrein. Walrein is not even PU, and it did the finest of work for me in this season. Just covering for Zygarde 10 so well. I had a blast with Walrein, honestly. I've brought Walrein almost every single game because it covers, the ice weakness that Zygarde 10 has, and I've been bringing it every week. It's been doing the job that it's been doing, honestly. Like, I've never been disappointed with Walrein in all my, with all my uses and everything. With it. You know what I mean? Like, I love that. I've never loved a mon more than Walrein this entire season. The kill death thing will tell you otherwise, but the tier list was a blessing because it forced pretty much everyone to use lower tier stuff. So pro of that was like, oh yeah, Walrein's actually really pretty cool, and but on the downside of it, it's like now you have to bring like an NFE as well on top of it. So like, someone had to bring, an Eviolite mon. Like, I think I had three Eviolite mons. I had Reboot, Roselia, Shelmet for all three mons. For all three, honestly. Like, to be honest with you, like, it was kind of weird trying to build teams and stuff, because that was the other thing too. Like, it's a 10 mon roster mon, like you only get 10 mons, so like, you have to check as many boxes as you can. Like, yeah, you could get types and everything, but like now you're lacking hazards, you're lacking hazard removal. But hey, you got all the type, you cover every single type in the game though. But it's a wee bit unfortunate, it's just a wee bit unfortunate. Let's see, we got tier list done, LAN connectivity, and the last thing I want to say is like, the one major thing I could take away from it is these are people that, even though I'm not going to come back next season, these are people that I'm still going to keep in touch with no matter what. Either it's, through either leagues or other leagues, or... Because the other thing, too, is, like, I'm not saying... I'm not going to be quitting forever. You know what I mean? Like, if they offered me the chance to come back and be a sub, I'd love to do it. I think... being a sub would be kind of cool because I can get to, I don't have to, it doesn't force me to draft a team. I could just take over a team and be like, okay, what can I keep? What can I not keep? So that's the major takeaway I've received from YCL is that this is a brotherhood now, and that, like, I will always, cherish, my time with these boys. Like, they're funny dudes, they're very laid back, they're good players for the most part. So, if there's an opportunity for me to come back and be a sub, so be it. But unfortunately, I will not be starting season 2 with YCL. So it's been your boy Eli the Rebel. I'll see you guys.